When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. My proceeds from the PayPal acquisition were $180 million. I put $100 million in SpaceX, $70 in Tesla, and $10 in Solar City. I had to borrow money for rent. You should take the approach that you're wrong. Your goal is to be less wrong. You get paid in direct proportion to the difficulty of problems you solve. It is possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. I think it would be great to be born on Earth and die on Mars, just hopefully not at the point of impact. Constantly seek criticism. A well-thought-out critique of whatever you're doing is as valuable as gold. No, I don't ever give up. I'd have to be dead or completely incapacitated. I'm not trying to be anyone's savior. I'm just trying to think about the future and not be sad. One of the really tough things is figuring out what questions to ask. Once you figure out the question, then the answer is relatively easy. One of the biggest mistakes we made was trying to automate things that are super easy for a person to do, but super hard for a robot to do. They were building a Ferrari for every launch when it was possible that a Honda Accord might do the trick. You need to live in a dome initially, but over time you could terraform Mars to look like Earth and eventually walk around outside without. The idea of lying on a beach as my main thing just sounds like the worst. It sounds horrible to me. I would go bonkers. I would have to be on serious drugs. I'd be super duper bored. I like high intensity. I came to the conclusion that we should aspire to increase the scope and scale of human consciousness in order to better understand what questions to ask. I really like computer games, but then if I made really great computer games, how much effect would that have on the world? People work better when they know what the goal is and why. It is important that people look forward to coming to work in the morning and enjoy working. We're running the most dangerous experiment in history right now, which is to see how much carbon dioxide the atmosphere can handle before there is an environmental catastrophe. The value of beauty and inspiration is very much underrated, no question. But I want to be clear, I'm not trying to be anyone's savior. I'm just trying to think about the future and not be sad.